Bitcoin's consolidating. Are we going to break up or break down? Let's find out in this video. So let's go ahead and dive right in. And as you guys can see, this is our Bitcoin dominance chart. And let's go back and see what our levels consisted of. If we zoom right out, we have one breaker here, one breaker here, one breaker here. So as you guys can see, we are obviously well below this breaker, and we are actually about to be retesting this breaker. Is it going to go down? I don't know yet. Let's go ahead and dive right in, go to the daily chart. As you guys can see, the interaction with this daily breaker, we have one right here and one right here. Came up here, came down here, and now we are currently below, retesting this bottom breaker on the weekly. So yeah, this looks pretty good for alts. We are sitting on a major support, but in general, money is flowing out of Bitcoin and altcoins. So as alt traders, we like it when this number drops down. I mean, we've already hit this level several times, so if we just fall right through, could we just keep collapsing? Yeah, I think that makes sense at this point, and I would love, absolutely love to see that. So this is really good. If you are an alt trader like we are, this is what you want to see. I like it. Let's go ahead and go to the total 2 and see what else we can find. This is our weekly breaker right here. Our original candle we came up to, but we were not able to close inside of it. And our current candle we pushed into again, and we still are unable to really make too much of a dent. This is a very major level. This is the last level before we just absolutely explode upward. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen yet on this. Let's go ahead and dive right in, go to the daily. Can we get any clues? Not necessarily. This is a major breaker right here that also coincides with the weekly. So it just helps to show how incredibly important this level is. So right now we're consolidating, and if you're not aware, Bitcoin's also consolidating. So I would assume if Bitcoin breaks out, the total 2 will also break up from this, and if Bitcoin breaks down, then our total 2 will also break down. That would make sense to me. So right now we're sort of consolidating on the total 2, just like we are on the Bitcoin pairing. So speaking of Bitcoin, let's go ahead and jump in there and see how the charts are looking. Lots and lots of stuff on here. Obviously, you guys see, like, I come in here and do all sorts of crazy things on this chart. Try to make sense of the consolidation that we are running into. Are there any cleaner charts I can use? This one's pretty clean. Let's do this. So I'm going to get rid of all the stuff on here. Let's go ahead and dive in and see exactly why I have certain levels listed out. So this was our major downtrend that we had. It turned into some sort of a channel, which is really good. That means it's a corrective structure. We did break out to the upside. However, we are also still consolidating at this point. So we're still in a sort of a triangle pattern. And if you look at this, we actually do have a triangle that is forming on the chart. Now, this is the triangle between here and here. This is the trend line. However, if you go to something like this, this actually works pretty dang well. And this is what I've been seeing a lot of other traders been using as their levels. Then on the upside, you have this right here, right? Let's go back here. There we are. You guys can see how well this is turning into a consolidation pattern. You have lower highs and you have higher lows. This is a standard consolidation structure. Now, since we did have a downtrend before the consolidation, it would make sense that we would actually break down from here. But that doesn't always happen. And I'm trying to find, I know there are other situations on which we have broken upwards from triangles. Let's see if I can find a good one. I know this is a triangle which we broke down and then we broke back above. I know there are certain levels, I can't think of which ones they are, but there are definitely triangles that we do basically reverse direction from what was expected on the downtrend. So I don't have any examples actually listed out, but the point is we are making some sort of a lower highs and higher lows into some sort of a consolidation pattern. So which direction are we going to break? Well, we really don't know yet, honestly, guys. Like there's a lot of arguments for both direction. This is very standard for a consolidation triangle because you're going to have a high volume on the drop, and then on the center of the consolidation portion, you have a lot of low volume. It's pretty standard, guys. Here's what I do know. Whichever direction is chosen, I expect it to be very violent. I honestly do. And what's going to happen when we do break out? Well, we really don't know at this point. If we do break down, then I think our first level we're going to look at is going to be our yearly open. I think our yearly open make a lot of sense here. And I think this would be the first level that gets tested. So I think if we break down from here, I think this is a very nice long opportunity or a very nice opportunity to get swept. Speaking of getting swept, we have this candle right here. This is our capitulation candle. I think that's how you spell it. Either way, I think it's something close to that. Oops, I think I messed up. Let's see. Capitulation. There you go. Capitulation candle. There we are. So I think it would make a lot of sense for this price to drop down, sweep this level, because if we do sweep this level, that means that we would have a lot of lows that get swept, and that is a lot of liquidity that we can tap into. And now that we have this triangle, we also have these lows as well that are just sitting there as very juicy liquidity. So have a sweep at this level, this level, this level, and this level would be very, very healthy to the market, activate a ton of stop losses, and should propel us to the upside. Now, if we do lose that direction, where are we going to go to? Well, on the daily, we actually have some pretty good ideas. Let's get rid of that real quick. This is a very clean level right here. Find it real quick. There it is. So that's our first level. That would make sense. We also have this level. This entire consolidation cluster makes a lot of sense. Then we have this massive consolidation. I'll just call it from here to here. Let's just call that. And this was our previous all-time high. I think any of these levels would be targets if we lose this. I think that's very realistic at this point. Now, on the upside, well, what would happen if we go to the upside? The first thing we're looking at is we have a 200 moving average. This is a very, very important level, and we have failed to actually get above and close above this level. So this is very concerning, and until we do get above this level, we must be patient. Now, we are having our apex, the end of the triangle, the converging points, is happening 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within 5 days, we will have some sort of a resolution. I think it's going to happen well before then. Probably today or tomorrow or tonight or tomorrow, we're going to have some sort of a direction that gets chosen. But it is possible, technically, that we can go all the way up to 6 June without this triangle actually having a direction chosen. But the longer it gets, the closer it gets to the end, the more violent I think it's going to become when it does finally break out. Now, what am I looking on the higher time frame? We also have this massive region right here. This is our weekly breaker. Our weekly breaker right here, and this makes a lot of sense. I mean, essentially, whenever we break out of this triangle, we're either going to go above it or below it, one or the other. And this level is so incredibly significant that you really can't overstate it, because this is the last real weekly breaker we have before we just completely, utterly collapse to at least down here in the previous all-time high level. So yeah, it is that serious, guys. It really, really is. This level, I really do want to see hold as a bull, or at least if it does break down, come over here, do a quick sweep of these lows, and then continue back up. Fake outs in crypto are not uncommon, so a shot down and then a reversal back up would not even be that surprising for me. It honestly wouldn't be. So something like here and then continuation up would not surprise you one bit. Let's see. So on the upside, what are our targets on the upside? Well, I already have some listed out here, but let's go ahead and get rid of it just so I can explain as to why I have it here. Let's see, where's that? There it is. Awesome. The daily level. And you guys can see where we're looking at. I think this entire cluster right here would be very prime opportunity. And I would even include this level right here as our prime opportunity for a short if we get it. So whenever it pops back up here, does it mean it's going to go straight to the top? No, it does not, right? But this level right here is our primary area where I would be looking to try to lessen my position or maybe even enter a short position for a at least some sort of a drop back down. Where's it going to go? Who knows? The first step, obviously, is we have to get out of this triangle and break to the upside if you're a bull. and break to the downside if you're a bear or looking to get better opportunities for your crypto. All right, and I think that's basically where I'm at with Bitcoin, guys. I mean, it's pretty simple: break up or break down. The point is, we are consolidating. It's a very obvious triangle. Now let's go to some other coins. If you guys follow me around, I did talk about XRP yesterday, and this is our major level on XRP. Let's see. This is our major level. And we have the daily breaker, the point of breakdown. We have that void. All that stuff is on here, no doubt about that. But yesterday, it was our monthly close. And our monthly close, I'm super, super happy about this. You see this candle right here, right? It dropped all the way down into our weekly breaker, testing this monthly support or monthly breaker very, very well. And this monthly breaker was tested from the downside, tested again, tested again, tested again, busted back above, and now we have tested it officially from the upside as support. So it acted as resistance here, 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 and here, and we've got back above it and retested it as support. Since we got the monthly close above the monthly breaker, this has now been officially reclaimed as a monthly support, which means that we would expect continuation upward. And based upon the BTC pairing that I've already talked about in the previous video, as well as this point of breakdown, the daily breaker, the void right here, and how we just have nothing over here to stop us, I think that this coin can accelerate very, very rapidly. And again, I did a very in-depth video on this yesterday on the YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen that, you really need to do so. I might have put a little card up here if I don't forget. But the point is that this looks very, very good. I do like what XRP is bringing to the table right now. I think it looks extremely healthy. I also did a video yesterday on HBAR, and I also did a video on EOS. So I'm not going to ruin it for you, but nothing has changed. Okay, EOS, HBAR, and XRP still look amazing, and I would absolutely watch those 3 videos if you have an opportunity to. So let's see what other ones in the market. Doge actually popped off today. And the reason why is because Coinbase came out and said that they are going to list that chart, which is awesome for Doge. However, as you guys know, we are not necessarily news-based traders, right? We're always looking for other reasons as to why the market acts in a certain way. So, and I think the reason as to why the market reacted in this way has nothing to do with Coinbase. It actually is because if you go to the log chart, go to the 4-hour, and you extend these 3 lines together all the way down to the bottom, you see how it broke above, came down, retested it, and now is shooting the upside. Guys, like, this has nothing to do with Coinbase listing it. We knew Coinbase was listing it weeks ago. What happened here is that it reclaimed this major trend line, and now it's continuing to the upside. Like, this is not surprising to you, and you absolutely could have caught this movement without having any idea about what news was happening, guys. It's irrelevant. So as you guys know, I do not trade off news. I trade off charts, and this chart could have got to that movement just like the news did. So there you go. Let's see what else. That is BTC. Let's see, we have anything on Ethereum at all? So this is a 4-hour breaker. We're currently inside of it. You know, that doesn't look that bad, honestly. It looks like, yeah, this entire thing is a daily breaker, which we never actually closed above. However, on the 4-hour chart, this breaker right here, how it got above, went back in here, and is now starting to jump back above. This might have been a solid retest. You know, we don't really know yet. I think the point here is, like, just like everything else, we're really waiting on Bitcoin to see what direction it goes. Oh, another coin I did talk about today. If you were on my Twitter or on my Discord, I did talk about this coin. And the reason why is I really like the interaction that I saw on this coin. So there's this 4-hour breaker right here, and you can see how well this 4-hour breaker has held it up. So despite the fact that Bitcoin has been dropping, ADA has held up very well because this 4-hour breaker is actually holding up support. And as long as this support is held, this looks like a pretty dang good pattern, and we might be able to have the power to break out of this daily breaker and then do some serious movement. Now, this daily breaker is all we have left before price discovery again. This is all we have left, guys. That is the only resistance we have left before it just pops up and continues the upside. So ADA looks pretty damn good here, honestly. Yeah, those are the big charts I'm really looking at right now. Overall, I think things look really healthy. I don't think anything looks necessarily too bad. We're sort of just waiting for Bitcoin to choose a direction. Ooh, we got a weekly close, didn't we? All right, ZEC. Let's see. ZEC. We have this weekly breaker. Very obvious, right? Very obvious weekly breaker. We closed uh, 2 days ago above that breaker, and now we're starting to go above it again. All right, we're starting to actually take off, have a little expansion. Not much, but just a little bit. Let me check the BTC pairing because ZEC was one of my ones I've been super, super bullish on because you have this long-term log trend line, okay? Let me, let's go to the 3-day, make it easier to see on here. Yeah, so, oh wow, this actually goes back further. Can I get a better chart? Interesting. Okay. Well, right now, what I got, I'm going to start from scratch. Let's see if we can get anything on here. I have a little bit of time. Why not? Is there anything else that I can find? Okay, well, definitely not there. Definitely not there. So this was what I'm looking for. Okay, cool. So the top of here to the top of here has created the place where this bounced, right? It came up here, hit from the downside, came back above, tap from here. Just like Doge on the lower time frame, ZEC has done a solid reclaim of the the falling trend line. This looks really, really good just because of that one thing. Now, as well, I gotta find it exactly, but I know there's another one. Where was it at? Oh, this was it. That's right. Then from here, I keep messing up. All right, from here, let me extend it out to the top of here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So these are my two levels I'm looking at, right? There we go. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So these are my two primary log trend line levels that I'm looking at. And as you can see, the interaction that we've had on here has been really, really healthy. So we did get above here, or originally we did get above here. However, Bitcoin decided to take a poop on the 19th. So everything just went to crap, right? So we fell back in there, but we found support on the other trend line. However, we are actually right back here and consolidating underneath this level, which looks really, really healthy. So the ZEC US dollar pairing looks good, as well as the BTC pairing looks good. I like this a lot. I might do a video on this particular chart itself. It does look really healthy. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But overall, I do like what ZEC is bringing to the table. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. It's nice and short, to the point. If you guys have questions, like always, let me know. And I will see y'all in the next video. Deuces, boys.